What's going on, everybody? Kenny Bomber's in the building, and today was supposed to be the day we finally celebrated AEW Fight Forever again. But they messed it all up. Now, I felt like I came off a little bit negative in the video I made earlier, but after looking at the response of the wrestling game community, Just Brian, Kiro the GOAT, Strizer 2 Wrestling, Unsanctioned TV, I talked to Mr. Dubs about it, I talked to Loaded as a Beast about it, I talked to Assemble about it, and it seems like everybody has the same opinion. This was a big missed opportunity. Now, I'm not one of those guys who's going to complain because there's a price tag on it, because it's a business. And trust me, y'all, some other games are a lot worse than this. The problem is what they're giving us for that $25. 3 wrestlers in a new mode. Since this game came out, I've been hearing the same thing from a lot of different people. The gameplay is great, but it's bone dry. We need more wrestlers. We need a new pin system. We need more match types. Now, they gave us more wrestlers and they gave us a new mode, but we still haven't seen new match types added to this game, where I think that's the thing we need most. But I've been harping on that for months now. Today, we're going to go into the comment section of my price reveal video, and we're going to read your opinions on AEW Fight Forever Season 2. Now, we haven't done one of these videos since before this game released. If you like videos like this, drop a like on it and let me know in the comment section and we'll do a lot more. Now, let's get into it.
Run to the goddamn moon, get hipper.
All right, the first comment we have is from Jason Voorhees 77, who says, I hate this game. Shout out to Jason Voorhees. Don't stab nobody over it. The next one we have is from Scholar is Here. It says, this game, whoa, Scholar is Here. You gotta relax, my boy. The comment section going crazy. This might be a rough one, y'all. The next comment is from Zach the Guy. I just bought the Acclaim and I'm happy. Zach's happy, so some people are excited about this DLC and everybody's not going to be hating on it. That's good to see so early. My boy Swaggy Bro 77 says, nope, nah. I feel you, Swaggy Bro. Definitely get it. NWO member 69. We'll leave that one right there. Nope, not buying it. All right. Didn't buy the game because it looked janky. Then the ripoffs start. Mandrale says that. I don't think the game's janky at all. Again, it's bare bones, but I don't feel like it's a ripoff. Eric Era. Y'all, I'm sorry. I might butcher some of y'all's names, but I come in peace, I promise. 6653 says, I love AEW, but $12 for 2 playable characters who should have been included day one is ridiculous. AEW games can go suck it. I mean, that's definitely fair. That's definitely fair. $12 is a lot for 2 wrestlers. The next one says, Jet Jaguar 72. Please, I'm done. $24 for 3 wrestlers in an arena in mode that should be free? Get the freak out of here. I feel you, Jet Jaguar. I think the new mode should have definitely been free. Why is Swerve Strickland not in that the pack with Tony Storm? What are we doing? Sabars Varen 518 says, if you still support the game, shame on you. I'm sorry, Sabaz Varen. I'm probably going to buy the DLC. G. Bennett Film says, I bought the Acclaimed and Dynamite, but that's it. Not interested in the rest. You got to get Tony Storm too, man. I mean, come on. Hopefully Swerve Strickland's in that pack. I don't see them rolling out Tony Storm by herself, y'all. That is crazy if they do it. I think they should have held Season 2 back if it just sounds like it's not ready if that's the case. 617 Beans. Nah, I'm good. DY don't even know what wrestlers they're going to add. LOL. DY bugging. Oh, they bugging. Yeah, I guess they bugging, my boy. Luigi. Shout out to Luigi. Luigi Low Ties. What about Switch? That's a good question. I don't think there's a release date for the Switch yet, but I could only imagine it has to be within the next week or so. The Dank Dude 67. Absolute BS. I have the Elite Edition. $70 for a $70 game for nothing. Hell no, I ain't buying. Y'all gotta understand, the Elite Edition was for Season 1. This is how pretty much all the games do this. You get that first season, but when those follow-up seasons come along, you're going to be paying again. If you're watching this and you're a Mortal Kombat fan, if you bought Combat Pack 1, if you think Combat Pack 2 is going to be complimentary because you got the deluxe edition of Mortal Kombat 1 or the collector's edition, that's not happening. Season 2 is never going to be free. You might get that season pass for season 1, but if they do another season, you're going to pay more for it. It's just how it is, y'all. It's how business works. Sammy Bear King 1234. Shout out to Sammy Bear King. Always around, and I appreciate the support, my buddy. Yeah, I'm done with Fight Forever. I gave it the benefit of the doubt that maybe they would prove the doubters wrong, but nah, I'm done. Fight Forever is dead. You know what? That's fair. I was the same way. When they announced season 2, I was like, whoo, this is it. You know what? This game is going to be back. It's going to be revived. We're finally going to get some good stuff, but they screwed the pooch. Sassy Troy 8282. Shout out to Sassy Troy, another one who I see in here all the time. Nah, I'm good. Not worth it in the slightest. Fair. 2C Garvin. So we got an itty stampede mode that wasted so much time and energy to make. We'll stop right there. It was a chance, y'all. They took a shot. They took a shot with the Stadium Stampede, something that has never been done before, and the mode did sound exciting at first. A wrestling game in a big field. Now, when we got it, it was kind of stripped down, and it wasn't the full-fledged wrestling game, and I'm sure that's because you got like 30 people out there going crazy, but so much potential in there. They better just hope WWE doesn't take it and runs with it, but we'll see how it goes. They might go make a full Stadium Stampede game in WWE and make it that itself. That budget would be crazy. And if it's like Fortnite, it might work. But they cannot add Steel Cage. That's what I thought we were going to get in this pack. I really wanted a Steel Cage match. TLC, Texas Tornado Tag, Hell in a Cell. And it's tough because we got a tables match, so why can't we just add the ladders and the chairs? Texas Tornado, I don't know why we don't have the tornado match. Hell in a Cell, WWE thing, but they could cut the Blood and Guts match in half and just give us that one cage. I would be completely fine with that. Still call it Blood and Guts even. You know what? I would be completely happy and satisfied with that. Gameplay is fantastic. I agree. Ooh, you got some good stuff here, 2C Garvin. But I really wish I waited a while to purchase. Fair. Between this and Mortal Kombat 1 nonsense, that's what I'm talking about, y'all. Mortal Kombat 1 is doing the same thing. It's just a practice with these games these days. I need to hold out from day one purchases. Mario Wonder and Spidey 2 at least did it right. And RoboCop. Chef's kiss. These companies are too greedy for their own good. You know what, 2C Garvin? I'm going to pin that comment because that was beautiful stuff you had there. Kevin 2400, time to delete AEW Fight Forever. Davin Griffin 2898 says, I'm not buying it. I play on Xbox Series X. I play on Xbox Series X too. Hopefully we get a lot more of those people because I really want to buy it on Xbox, but I don't know where everybody's playing at. Mayor, I'm sorry, bro. The name's too long. But shout out to you. Love you to death. Will not be buying Season 2. It's not worth it. Will download Acclaimed in WWE 2K23 Community and Creation instead. Whew. Good point. Nito Lord Grave. I'm not buying it. All these DLC should be free updates, honestly. You got to understand business, man. It just wouldn't make business sense for them to do that, and there would be nothing else past this season if everything was free. That kind of has me worried as well, because if nobody buys this season, finito. They might cancel Christmas altogether. Alex Linder 3682. I'm just going to uninstall the game, to be honest. Major disappointment. GMAC 1981 HG. Looks like the game is in the worse state than the promotion itself. Hey, AEW is in good standing. Come on now. It's not the promotion. We're just going to keep it at the game. Whoa. Yo. I can't even give you we got to cancel Christmas on you. I'm sorry. We got to cancel Christmas on my boy. So I didn't know we were going to need the keyboard today, but we got to cancel Christmas on you. And you know what? Let's copy it because we might need it again. Next, we got the Bearded Artist, XXX. No thanks, $25, way too much. I've been just playing WWE 2K23 GM and Diablo. If they had a GM mode or universe mode and Better Call, I would be excited. Hey, it's possible in the future. It's possible in the future. Yuke's made those modes, so if we get another, round of AEW Fight Forever, maybe 2, it's possible we'll see that in the future. RD_2113. Paying for DLC is fine. I agree. And you got to be a lunatic if you think it should be free. I'm not going to say y'all are lunatics because, hey, everybody loves something for free. But $25 for 3 wrestlers is ish. You know what? RD_2113 sounds like we're on the same page. Douglas Murphy 3794. Not wasting more money on a dead game. LOL, had potential, but they blew it on mini games and ignored the rest of it. Now, we could have took the time we spent on those mini games and invested it into other things. I think match types would have been more important, and maybe the mini games could have been added as DLC. I think that would have been a lot better, but the lack of match types really do hurt this game. Y2 Germs. Shout out to Y2 Germs. I appreciate you, man. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but I really appreciate you. Exactly. People seem to not get that if you buy the premium edition at launch, you don't get all the other seasons for free. That's right, y'all. That's how it works in all games. Even 2K does that. I'm having arguments with people about how this works. Good luck with them. Good luck with it here, man. You know what, Y2 Germs? I agree with you. I see 15 replies here. I'm sure it doesn't get pretty, so we're not going to click on it, but I'm 100% behind you. I agree. The Escapist 6794. Nah, I'm not buying it. I bought the Elite version. I'm not paying more than I did at release unless it's worth it. Plus, $25 for what? I assume it's acclaimed Tony Storm and the new Dynamite Arena. Nope. And one thing, let's see. If they put Swerve with Prince Nana, Adam Copeland, the Guns, Jay White, and Blood and Guts match, I'd pay $25. I'd pay $30, but not for this. Yeah, you're right. I mean, for all of those things, if that was a pack by itself, I would gladly drop $30 on it. But you got to think about it. It's Black Friday. This Friday, as I'm recording this, and games are going to be about $25. Big games. I think Mortal Kombat is like $30. So are you going to buy a full new release, or are you going to spend that money on 3 wrestlers and a new mode for AEW Fight Forever? This was rolled out at the wrong time for the wrong price. It's a catastrophe, y'all. Catastrophe. Chad Leaguer 86. I think it's terrible. At least WWE 2K covers you for the entire year and gives you all DLC. AEW game is a joke. And this is on top of the Elite Edition robbery. Now, that was another thing. I believe Brian said earlier, 2K does only charge you like 1 round of DLC, right? But they don't do extra seasons and stuff. They did release that Bad Bunny DLC and charge more for it. So, I mean, I guess if they start doing that in the future, then you can have that conversation. But I think everything is included in 2K's Deluxe Edition, and they give you a roadmap to let you know when everything's coming out. So, shout out to WWE for that. You know, I give them a lot of crap, but that's pretty good. Nerigiron 7704. That's a pretty dangerous name. Thank God I stopped playing wrestling games. I have not played since Raw vs. SmackDown for the PS2. They will never be the same. You know what? I was just saying on the website they used to call Twitter, WWE 12. You know what? I'm not even going to say that. I'm not even going to say it. We'll leave that on X because I'm not having those arguments today. OC9092. Y'all keep using the word buy, LOL. Now y'all see why we're happy with the game was going to be released on Nintendo Switch. I didn't get that. Y'all keep using this word buy, LOL. Now y'all see why we were happy the game was going to be released on the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I mean, shout out to Nintendo Switch, I guess. Donald D. Nice from Twitch. Shout out to Donald D. Nice from Twitch. Nope, I told you over 20 is never going to sell, period. I won't buy the game. I get it on sale. Likely, I wait till. I mean, Black Friday's coming up, so I'm sure you'll be able to get a good deal on it. NYATL Chris. $25 for $10 worth of content is a ripoff. I can see why you feel that way, my boy. Anthony Warner 5665. You told me so. I told you, Tony. I told you. T4127. This is why I traded the game in, because of this bull crap. Hate to hear that, man. Hate to hear it. Stephen Michael 9576. I think I'll give this an easy miss. No thanks. Clint Strizer Gaming. Shout out to Clint Strizer at Strizer2 Wrestling. This is a joke, right? That emoji means a cringe, y'all. It's not a joke. Mr. Dubs. Shout out to Mr. Dubs. Mystic Mac over here. LOL. Can't wait for the influx of 12 players on Xbox to play online with. We're gonna have to get on. We're gonna play it on PC, Mr. Dubs. Don't worry, I got you, my boy. B Carve creates. Hell nah, I haven't bought any DLC. It's not worth it at all. You know what? Before I was doing YouTube content, I never bought DLC, and that was that was to blame for a different game, but whatever. You know, it is what it is. It's a business move. J-Rock 1000. I'm not buying this DLC. These guys should have been in day one. That price for that little amount? FOH. Shame on AEW. At least do the right thing. Elite Edition purchasers and reduce the price. Sorry, J-Rock. I don't think it's going to happen. Poke Dad. Shout out to Poke Dad 26. No way I'm buying this. The base game was $70. Now I'm supposed to pay $55 for 8 wrestlers, a gauntlet mode, and an arena? Hell nah. Shout out to Poke Dad. Marv Mom 4735. Shout out to Marv Mom. It's over. I'm not paying for this crap anymore. I had high expectations and they failed. I thought they were going to take me back to the No Mercy days. You know what? I'm glad it didn't go back to the No Mercy days. Shout out to Ultra Pro Wrestling. That's their goal. This game was supposed to be more like Here Comes the Pain with a mix of those games from the SmackDown era. They had a little bit of No Mercy in there, but I get more Here Comes the Pain when I think about AEW Fight Forever. Next, we got Mr. G. 25 plus tax for 3 wrestlers, 1 arena, and beat the Elite in old wrestling mode. What a robbery, LOL. By now, they have charged over $100 for a demo. People need to stop supporting games that don't give a F about its audience. I can't argue with that, man. Dogstar77 hands you a tissue. I guess I was crying in the video. Shout out to Dogstar. I'll still give you the heart, but we should have canceled Christmas on you. Joshua24. I feel cheated. I paid $80 and I got scammed. I don't think it was a scam, man. I don't think it was a scam. We kind of knew what we were getting into here. We knew what was included in the game when we got it. I just thought we would get a lot more frequent updates, and I thought they'd be adding a lot more match types a lot sooner. But hey, we're coming up to the end of the year, and it looks like we won't be getting them anytime soon. Stephen May 1384. 3 wrestlers, 1 arena, 1 new mode ain't worth stomping up extra money for. Ish DLC like that is what turns people off by games. They may as well just give up and start working on number 2. This game is done. You know what? I don't disagree with you, Steven. I think they should start working on AEW Fight Forever 2 instead of just spending more time and resources and money on this one, because I just don't know if we'll ever get there. Miss Number 1, shout out to Miss Number 1 and somebody else I always see in the comment section. Hell nah. Gotta give it to you. User V9, User VJ. AEW F4E equal AEW failing for everyone. Clever, touche. The artist returns. I ain't buying from THQ. Last minute drop / price ain't no roadmap pass. That's true. That's true. I think we should have definitely got a roadmap or something. They didn't even explain what the modes were. It gave you a list. The Acclaim plus Dynamite, Beat the Elite. Everybody's not on the internet, so everybody is not going to know what that Beat the Elite mode is. And the Tony Storm. The Storm is coming. Is there anything else included in that, or is it just Tony Storm? Maybe they kept it vague because they don't know if they'll be able to squeeze something else in there or not. We'll see, but the way they broke it down, y'all, I just don't think so. Steve Fangat 8286 says PS5 will buy it as soon as it will be 90% off. Hey, I don't know. Season 1 is on sale, I believe, so maybe it does go on sale. THT Dink, it's done. It's dead. AEW/THQ should be ashamed of themselves. They haven't listened at all. I'm glad there is anger from the fans across the board. And that's what it looks like. It looks like pretty much everybody in the comment section is on the same page. We got some people here saying they're excited. I think one person said they were excited to download the Acclaim, and shout out to them, because you know what? I hope we see more positive comments in here. It's not available on Switch. Not yet, Jacob. Not yet. Lil Ryko Gold. Shout out to Lil Ryko Gold also. Somebody who else I also see in the comment section. I appreciate you, buddy. People said the AEW Fight Forever died. That's what people have been saying. Shout out to Riley Anthony. Make sure y'all join the Discord. He's in there doing it up. I appreciate everything you do, Riley. Kenny Bomb, it doesn't surprise me, and is worth our money as of now. No, it's not worth it. I see how you feel, Riley. Shout out to Eric Love back in the comment section. Season 2 is all mine, and yes, I'm excited. I'm going PS5, so Kenny, send me your gamer tag. And y'all know I had to send it to him. Kenny Bomb X. I'm glad Eric Love is enjoying the game, because this is somebody who's been riding with me through the rollout. You know, as we were waiting for our information, Eric's always been here, so I appreciate you, Eric. Lord Dark Artist. I rarely buy DLCs. I wanted to support AEW, but no way in hell I will ever pay $25 for that, especially the way they are handling the game in silence. F this. I'm with you. I rarely buy DLC. Elden Ring, my favorite game of all time, but I don't know if I'm going to buy the DLC on it yet, because that's not a game I cover. So DLC really isn't my thing either, so I see where you're coming from. And if you're actually willing to support them and buy that DLC when you usually don't, that shows the love you have for the game. And I agree with you. It's been bad. The silence is just bad. They showed us, they told us at the beginning of the month, Season 2 is coming, and then they were quiet. We didn't even get a price until the DLC was released. It's bad. It's just bad, man. I mean, if AEW Games, if any of y'all hear this, you know what? If y'all need me to handle this information for y'all, if y'all need me to roll out the information, I won't charge you anything. Just tell me what the people need to know, and I'll report it for you, you know? It's not hard. If not me, let a symbol do it. That's probably the biggest platform you're going to get. Let a content creator handle this for you, because you guys just aren't making it work, and things could be a lot better. Real Ice Pick 285. This is bad. I know a lot of us purchase the game to support them. Yes, that's the thing. We want to support y'all. We want to support y'all. We want this game to be good, but y'all just aren't working with us. And because the backings, the price was already too much. It still has a lot of issues. Very disappointed. That is very fair, Real Ice Pick. Very fair. Shout out to Unholy Weible, somebody else who's been around for a long time. LOL, I'm over this game, man, and have been for a while. I'm waiting on Ultra Pro Wrestling, another game that we will be covering. Make sure you check out Strides of 2 Wrestling. I think they might have something very special for y'all very soon. CFC Trunks. They need to fix the game and add crossplay, or they will not be getting my money. Crossplay is another thing that's going to be very vital to them. Before they get out any other season, they got to get crossplay going, because a lot of people are not playing this game. Surprise. When you go in online, it's hard to find matches. If they add in crossplay, at least the people who are playing all could play together, and it makes that experience looking for a match a lot more bearable. So I think that's something they need to work on as soon as possible. Chad Brinks 3615. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, Chad. User DS2. No, I'm not paying for anything else with this game. He's just completely done with it, or they're just completely done with it. Wall code Bruyan 2135. Ooh, looks like they're getting spicy with me on this one. You think $25 for one arena, one game mode, and 3 wrestlers isn't bad? LMAO. While people complaining about 2K23 releasing 23 wrestlers for $40, I'm sorry, Kenny. I love your vids, man, but I already got burned. I give it less than a month until the game is on sale. Wish I would have waited until a complete edition comes out in like a year or whatever, but I want to support wrestling games. So got the Elite Edition day 1 on PS5, Switch. Yeah, no, sorry, THQ. Wall code Bruyan. Or is it Brian? I don't know. I agree with you, man. I think you kind of misunderstood what I said. I said paying for Season 2 is not bad. I understand that, because you're not going to get Season 1 and then get Season 2 for free. No game really ever does that. If they release Season 1 of a game and you buy that Season Pass, you get that. But when Season 2 comes out, you have to pay again for the pass on Season 2. And then I went on in that video to say what they're giving us in this is not worth $25. So I think you might have heard what I said earlier, and it kind of got to you and you snapped at me, but you know what? I completely agree with 100% of this, so shout out to you. Wyna Barrett 9738. They are just trying to mess with the customers now. This is unacceptable and exploitative. This game can go to hell. Ooh, you gonna send the game to hell? Hey, I get it though, I get it. Quantum Fox Gaming. Looks like I'm sticking with Cyberpunk for a while longer. You know what? I keep seeing people say this, and I think I need to go check out Cyberpunk. I got it, but I just never played it because it was broke when it came out. It should be cheaper if that's all. Yeah, I agree. $25 for what we're getting is a bit much. I'm getting it for Xbox One Season 2 Pass. All right. Primetime. Shout out to Primetime as well. Shout out to Revengeance Savage also. Hell no, it's not worth it. That's why I didn't get the Bad Bunny edition leader. It's not worth it. The wrestling game wants to spill our money. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Revengeance Savage. Shout out to you. Primetime says also needs trios matches. Bro, they got to get the tag team matches together first. Mark Betts 8390. I bought this morning for $13 for 3 things. Not happy. Yeah. And I think you probably should have got the season pass if you're looking at getting the rest of it, because it's going to cost you even more. Daron Kincaid 4328. Yeah, this is what it said, $24.99, but mine was $11.99. I hope you didn't buy that, because that's just for the acclaim. That's not for the whole thing. But yeah, it's crazy. And just to remember, like, come on. I bet there's a lot of people right now, like, really? You got me paying $24.99 for this season 2 of AEW Fight Forever? But yeah, it's insane. Hey, it is what it is. Shout out to you, Daron Kincaid. Shout out to you. 905 Jim Raynor, kind of a spooky profile pic he has there. Good legit common sense middle of the road criticisms. Too much idiocy on YouTube. Kenny Bomb, thanks for being normal. I am buying the Nintendo Switch when it comes out. You know what? Shout out to you, 905 Jim Raynor. I gotta give you some love there. Appreciate you. Jim Raynor, I guess I can say thanks, bro, because Jim is kind of a male name, right? I hope. Don't cancel me if it's not. Primetime 210237 again with multiple comments. I appreciate the multiple comment droppers. Arenas, Collision, Forbidden Door, World's End, and few others. Bro, we haven't even seen what World's End looks like yet. But yeah, I mean, draw it up right now and put it in the game as soon as the pay-per-view runs. Let's get to that. Criminal. I'd rather it be an annual release if the alternatives, 3 models, an arena, and a ladder mode. You know what? Season X, I agree. I would rather see an annual release on this with like a full-fledged game next year with better, bulkier graphics, with everything else just being improved. I think that'll be a lot better than just kind of drip feeding content like this. Just not good. Just not good. Rational Gaze, Bing chillin'. Their tactics aren't professional. They're big FU marks to all of us. Nah, I agree with you, bro. It's bad. The lack of communication is just like you don't care. Like, you know what? Here, y'all, we'll get to it when we get to it. If you don't like it, don't even worry about it. I don't like that. Shout out to Lonnie Boss also. I think Lonnie Boss might have commented on my first video I ever did. So shout out to you, bro. We need more wrestlers, like 6 per DLC, plus more match types to plus in. But before the budget of the game to get what we want, I'm buying it anyway. You know what? That's kind of where I am. I'm going to buy it to support, because if we don't support this, the game's probably going to die. And I think I would have a lot of fun if they added more match types in it. So I really don't want the game to die, but they're just not making it easy, man. XX1 Rock Lord 3XX47. Let's go! I love this game. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. I could love this game. It has so much potential. I just hope it actually realizes it before it fizzles out. Cameron Briglin 8522. They don't have a release date for the Switch version yet. That's true. They kind of leave the Switch users out in the dark. You know what? Cheers to the Switch users. Orange Enigma 6793. This game represents everything wrong with modern gaming, in my opinion. And you know what? I can't disagree with that. That's what I've been saying. This is not the only game that does this practice. This is done with a lot of different games. Bare bones and not worth the money at start. Empty promise of new content, no clear roadmap, content drip fed. Ooh, I just said that. Just said that. When the content actually comes, it is greedily overpriced. There's no defending this. You're right. And I'll stand on it. I don't think $25 is bad. It just depends on what we get with that $25. If a match type was included in this pack, I would say it's worth $25. But being that there's not that, I don't know how I could justify it. Some of y'all might not agree with that, and that's fine. But for me, I would see the value in paying $25 if they put a new match type like a cage match in here. Tyreek Butler, shout out to Tyreek Butler as well. Another one who I see around very often. It could have been free for Deluxe Edition. No, I don't think it could. 9 people agree with him, but you know what? I'm going to give you the thumbs up too, but it's just not smart business if they did that because it costs to make this stuff. Playing X Shifter. Man inspired by the classic, yet doesn't have much content as the classic. I mean, No Mercy wasn't like crazy content drip, right? It has some good stuff in there, but it was what it was. Pro Gaming World 7847. Just bought the season pass on PS5 for $24.99. That's $25. It was kind of worth it, but I hope we get a lot more stuff in the game around this time. This is one of the people who are still positive about this game, and this is what I like to see. I wish we saw a lot more of this because that would be a good indicator that people are buying it and supporting it, which means we could get more. I just hope, again, this game does not die before we get that Hell in a Cell or Blood and Guts match type thing. Mark Gecko, shout out to the Mortal Kombat profile pic. Hopefully you're here for both everything we cover, you know. I appreciate you. I'll buy it maybe on Xbox Series X, but I'll have to wait. What's exactly in it? So I guess I'll have to wait. Yeah, I mean, exactly. They didn't really give you a breakdown to let you know what's in it. They told us, but that's it. Matt Batten, my boy Matt Batten. Of course, he's in the comment section, as always. $25 is overpriced. I'm not buying it. It should have been $15 or $10. I have no interest in this AEW game. Haven't played it since August 31st. Happy Thanksgiving to you on tomorrow. You're the best, dude. You're the best, Matt. Again, on almost every video I make that he's interested in the game, he's always here. I appreciate you, Matt, forever. One of my best buds. But yeah, I agree with you. I think $15 would have been kind of perfect, the sweet spot for what we're getting with this one, especially if it's just 3 wrestlers. Christian 179. I agree and like what Emilio Carranza 4352. For me, it says the DLC is $11.99. How's Kenny saying $24.99? $24.99, that's for the season pass. I hope people are not buying the $11.99 version thinking they're going to get everything. When I booted up my game when they announced this, like for the Xbox, the season pass was not available. That's why I did my video on Steam. So I think we might have some issues here. We'll keep you posted. Dave Langer, I just deleted the game off my PS5. I am done with this game. Now, this is somebody else who I think commented on my first video ever. And AEW Fight Forever brought him in here. So it's hard to see people who were so invested in this game actually falling out of it. I am done with this game. Also, you think it's bad that we are only getting the acclaimed Tony Storm? Oh, you don't think it's bad that we're only getting the acclaimed Tony Storm in an arena that should be free and one new match type for $25. I think people comment before they finish watching the video because I definitely said for $25, everything in this pack is just not worth it. Shout out to you though, Dave. You know you're my boy. I appreciate you. Good vibes with a smiley face behind it. I like that. I like that. This game is going to be in the bargain bin very soon. Sad to say, but fair to say. CMT, call me Tino. Hey, new intro. No, CMT still call me Tino. That's the bomb. That's the Wrestle Bomb intro, which we'll probably be using here a lot more because Wrestle Bomb is about to go through a few changes. Now, Donkey Drop, you went crazy. This is a paragraph, but you know what? We're going to go ahead and do it for you. My brother Kenny from another mother. I'm with you. So I'm based in Australia. Shout out to Australia. Aussie, oi, oi. I think that's what we say, right? Season 2 pass cost me $37. Whoo, boy. Yes, that's rough. I want to like the game and happy to support, however. Yes, it's a steep price for you, for what you get. I hope they read my comments and take the feedback on board. Yes, it's a business and it has to make money, but they cannot forget that not everyone can afford the extra money. That is very fair. That is very fair to say. So it's a bit of a give and take. Give some free content and charge for others. And as everyone stated before, effing communicate with us. That's fair. That's fair too. I hate the lack of communication, y'all. It just seems like so arrogant to me. Like arrogant to where you haven't earned that arrogance. Just like, you know what? We'll get to you when you can. Don't even worry about it. When anybody asks them questions on X, they don't respond. They don't answer, whether it's sometimes Kenny Omega does. I'll give it to him. Sometimes you can shoot Kenny Omega a question. He will answer. But AEW games, forget about it. THQ, forget about it. In the AEW Discord, maybe. Zaidi's usually in there communicating with people, so we got to give him a shout out there as well. But I'm sure he's limited on the information he can give. So this goes back to, I don't know if it's Ukes or THQ Nordic, but they need somebody to speak for them because the way this thing is going, like you see many people in this comment section say, feels like it's a slap in the face. Give us a bit of a roadmap. That's all I'm asking for on my end, really. That's all we need. Doesn't have to be much details. How many more wrestlers are coming? Match types, etc. Everybody's asking for match types. At least they can communicate that with us. Even if they don't have a solid date, just say we're working on this and we're going to try to get it out to you guys. I don't think it's hard at all, and I don't see where the harm could be. I hope they surprise us over New Year's Eve, Christmas period, and give us a new match type and maybe more patches. I do believe that new wrestlers like Edge and Ospreay will be added in the future, but for money. Yes, they definitely will be added, and they definitely will cost. Well, if this gets enough support, I guess they may be added, but if they are added, you can bet your bottom dollar you're going to be paying your bottom dollar. Let's get to that. But shout out to you, Donkey Drop. I appreciate the comment. Amanda or Amadio Astarello. Sorry, man. I don't want to butcher that, but shout out to you. Man, give up on this game. Bottom line, when it comes to this, we all got less than we deserved. Got in here, got out. Shout out to you. I don't want to give up yet, man. There's still hope. There's still hope. Papa Stoney 420. Should have been free with how horrible they did with not giving us season 1. It's business, boy. It's business, my boy. It's business. Show 'em so soft the night. Or show me soft the night. Show me soft the night. 7112. This is actually worse than EA. Whoo! Speaking of EA, maybe we'll talk about that another day, but I don't know, y'all. I don't know. We'll talk about it later. This is not acceptable given how content-starved the game was at launch for the price. I agree. You know, it could have been free, but again, it's business, y'all. You just gotta come to that understanding and realize it's business. The next comment is from Carnix. That's a really cool name. They should really have said something before just releasing it. I agree. It feels like they're trying to pull in suckers who just throw money at the screen whenever DLC gets released. The game is still bare bones, and they should just start giving us some new match types. Like, can't they just update the game to unlock the match types that are locked behind Road to Elite currently? This is something a lot of people says, and they still haven't done it. So it must be deeper than rap. The game leaves so much to be desired in its current state, and I was hoping that this situation would improve in a couple of months, but it doesn't seem like it did and probably won't at all. Unrelated, but is there any new wrestling games coming out? Well, besides WWE 2K24, that is a great question. That is a magnificent question. We know Ultra Pro Wrestling is on the way, but when do we get that? They say the end of 2024, I believe, but we'll see. The Wrestling Code should be kind of close, but we'll see with that one too. So we got some on the horizon, just haven't dropped yet. Kiro, the GOAT, says, Season 2 just dropped. All of our hopes and dreams. Yes, Kiro. Our hopes and dreams came true. Primetime 2102 in the comment section again. All call textures and more wrestlers and packs. House of Black, Forbidden Door, Collision, Ring of Honor, Rampage, Heels, Luchador and Legends. Primetime again. Also need to add the Continental Tournament. Ooh, you want them to be on it immediately. Get it in there. I'm with you, Primetime. Let's get it updated. AEW Trios titles and all of the Ring of Honor titles. I don't know about the Ring of Honor titles, but shout out to you. Just Brian NY, my boy. Rough outing by them, but looks like it's time to move on. I don't want to move on, Brian. I'm holding on hope. T360 Legend Terry 3. After seeing the MK1 skins, prices, and fatalities, I ain't even mad. And plus, it's a choice to purchase. That's true. That's what I'm saying, y'all. From the Mortal Kombat community, we understand pricing. $10 for a skin in Mortal Kombat is insane. That's just like a new attire, y'all. It is insane. Faux Drake. I'm a huge AEW fan, but I'm so glad I never bought this game. It's worth trying, Drake. If you can find it on sale for Black Friday, I say give it a shot. But you might fall in love with it and you're going to be mad just like us that it's lacking content. B-Carve Creates. Additional wrestlers should be free. Just not how it works, man. Raystar Z3929. I think the game devs need to know our opinions now. This is not worth it. There you go, man. That's why we're doing this. I think everybody's opinion needs to be heard. Even though this is a long video, they'll probably never make it through all of this. If you're still here right now, shout out to you. But I said we were going to go through all the comments, so that's what we're going to do. Nate Dogg Kata. So that's it. That's all we're getting. 3 wrestlers, a new arena, and new mode. Imagine charging money for an updated Dynamite arena and new single player modes. This is pathetic. And they still haven't updated the damn match types, like having multi-man gimmick matches like we could do in Road to Elite. 23 likes. Get it off, Nate Dogg. Get it off. Stupid Fat Hobbit 4262. I heard a rumor that Season Pass 3 will be Ring of Honor themed pack with Samoa Joe, Claudio, and Athena, along with the new Ring of Honor titles. I just started that rumor, so pass it along. Hey, y'all heard of him? Stupid here, Hobbit the First. I don't know. Is that what y'all want? I don't know. Prime time back in the comment section. I want to get it, but wanting more stuff. Blood and Guts match, cage match, Texas death match. Woo! You are very current, primetime. Dog collar match, tag team ladder match, 4-way tag team match, more creative wrestler stuff, and more game modes. I agree with you, primetime again. Mark Terraro. The Acclaim pack is $11.99, so basically you're in way forced to buy season 2 instead of spending. I see what you're saying. Pretty much, because if you just buy the Acclaim, you're wasting money, because if you end up buying Tony Storm and Beat the Elite, you're going to pay a lot more than you would pay by just buying a season pass in the first place. Antoine Jenkins, 80s Child. It is a bit disappointing, but I had to have it anyway. I wish Billy Gunn was added though, and I definitely need more female wrestlers. I was able to grab this though for $18.74 as a bundle edition for AEW Fight Forever Bring the Boom edition. I did see that, because it is the only thing I was missing apparently. I didn't question the small discount and quickly jumped on it, by the way. Shout out to you, man. You know what? When you love something, you are more open to spending money on it. So just hate that it has to be this way. I wish we had one match type in this thing, y'all, and we could really make sense of the purchase. It's not too late. They didn't tell us what was included, so maybe they'll sneak one in there. Renee Valdez, hopefully I said that right, 092296. Short entrances, shout out to you as well. I always see you around too. Short entrances, the Acclaimed, known for the long intros, $11.99. That's true. 11 likes. I'm gonna give you another one. Doom Victor 3934. Shout out to Doom Victor too. Always see you around. You know, Kenny, I was with you on this journey regarding AEW Fight Forever. That's true. Waiting for its release, and now it has almost been a big disappointment. Online is dead. The Stadium Stampede is no longer fun with bots. Now they have the audacity to charge $12 for just 2 characters and a ring. That should have been in the base game to begin with. Instead of purchasing this, I would rather purchase the Bad News Pack WWE 2K23 for $9.99, in which you get 4 characters. I think I may be done with this game. Again, this is somebody who's been here for the long run, y'all. Giving up on it, and you hate to see it. I got God of War Ragnarok yesterday. Great game. And we'll be playing and enjoying that instead of this. I am sure everyone can understand. I do understand, but you know what? Go enjoy Ragnarok. Again, that is a great game, so take your time. Hopefully by the time you're done with it, we're hearing something else being added to Season 2, because I'm still holding out hope that this is not it. The Cool Breeze. Yeah, this game gonna stay on the shelf for me. Can't argue with it. Wrestling Comics Awesomeness 7056. Oh man, I hope they would add at least 5 more wrestlers. I was hoping for Swerve Strickland. Me too. 3 arenas and a lot more. I agree. For $25, you know what? Maybe they could have got 30. If they added 2 wrestlers in each pack, gave us 1 arena in each pack, and then a match type. Just give us a match. You know what? Give us Tony Storm in a match type in an arena in that 3rd pack. $30, I got you. But that's a good point. I'm with you on that one. Soul's Drum 86. Shout out to Soul Drum 86, another one who's always in here. Hard to justify this price point. I mean, the arena should be free. They still haven't unlocked matches that are in Road to Elite. Not enough wrestlers for 6 wrestlers? I probably would have gotten this easily, but only 3 in arena. We should get with an update and not just with 1 game mode. That doesn't really appeal to me. It's amazing how this game had me at launch. Then I got bored of it. Like, it had all of us at launch. It had all of us in a chokehold until we kind of finished up everything, and then there were no more match types, and kind of saw it for what it was. Flip Light 67. Hell no. I'm trading this game back to GameStop right now. 6 likes. I guess we got some people trading it back in. Shout out to the digital crew. Y'all got to stick with it. We got to stick with it. Cap, let's see. Cap and Geoff. In my opinion, the BTE should be free. I agree. Since the game is very shallow in terms of game modes. That's a good point. Hadley73. Oh, Hadley. Ooh, shout out to you, Hadley. Shout out to you, I promise. I got you, Hadley. Hadley didn't know we were going to do this, so we're going to take this journey. I'm not really excited about the Beat the Elite thing, as I'd rather have new match types so I can create my cards in universe. Okay, true. They should put like a card creator mode in this thing so we can create pay-per-views. That'll be kind of fun. Not be forced through some less than stellar ladder progression mode. As for the new wrestlers, not keen either. That simply comes down from the fact that as much as people seem to like the Acclaimed and Toni Storm, for me, it's been so long since any of them put on a really great match. Toni Storm's kind of on fire right now. She's doing her thing. An example, one that could be considered close to a classic encounter. I think that's kind of... We can't expect classics from every wrestler because every wrestler isn't going to be able to give us a classic match. It is what it is. We get the classics are classics because they come from special talent. Everybody's not going to be a special talent. Some are just going to be okay, and that's fine. That I've kind of lost interest in them. The Acclaim have only ever put together 2 truly great matches in their entire time in AEW. That's not bad. That's not bad. Against FTR and while at least Strickland both being last year. Otherwise, they are severely overrated by the numbers. They're gimmick guys. Wrestlers who have matches almost always put on in the same way. I'm not even sure why anybody would want another tag team in the game with a tag team wrestler. Wrestling is implemented so poorly anyway. True, tag team matches are broken. Toni Storm is even worse. Whoa. Now you tripping. Now you tripping. As her last truly great match was with the... Ooh, you are going crazy right here. The closest she got to a classic with AEW was against Jamie Hayter. Sounds like you're a match person, and that's fine, but I think Toni Storm is better right now than she ever has been. The character is firing on all cylinders, if you ask me, which wasn't good as it could have been due to the need for the outside interference as a result. And let's be honest, much of the reason that bout was even good was because Jamie Hayter, not Storm. Ooh, you just don't like Toni Storm from what it sounds like. I love Storm's current gimmick, but whether it be poor booking on the part of Tony Khan or not giving her enough time to shine or just her phoning in her performances, I don't think she phones it in. I don't know if that's fair. Because if she created this character, you got to give it to her. Because she was doing the outcast thing, and she could have stuck with that, you know? And she was already a champion, so she didn't need to change anything, but she went back to the drawing board and came out with a character that I think suits her perfectly. She hasn't amounted to much in AEW. In fact, if it wasn't for Athena, AEW Ring of Honor's women's division would be a total write-off as they stand currently. So anyway, yeah, not really interested in this DLC, frankly. Hadley, you make some points there. It sounds like you're really a match person, but yeah, we gotta stay on the DLC because we got a lot more comments to go. Dean James 79. I don't completely agree with the price, but I do want what content this game has to offer in its life cycle. So I don't know. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. I don't think they will ever satisfy everyone, true. In this situation, considering how they are quiet about the DLC content and prices, hoping for more match types and a pin and longevity in the matches. I play on PS5 Kenny, so that is what I will get on. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm getting a bit choppy here because we read a lot of comments, but we're going to stick with it and we're going to push through. Texas Chode House. Texas Chode House. Okay. Killing their own games is a bold move. Shout out to Texas Chode House, to another one who's always around. I appreciate you, buddy. Pixelated Pigeon. Shout out to the Pixelated Pigeon, another one who's been here for the long haul. Before the game launched, one of the things that really attracted me to Fight Forever was the fact that it wasn't a yearly release where each time I'd have to buy DLC wrestlers all over again. But the base game is so bare bones. I have absolutely no interest in buying overpriced wrestlers packs with things that should be free stuffed into them as cash grabs. That new Dynamite Arena and... I think we got cut off there. Yeah, the new Dynamite Arena should have definitely been included for free as like a thank you. Welcome to season 2. Here's the Dynamite Arena. Buy everything else. I think it was kind of just thrown in there to make it look like there was more you were getting, but it doesn't work. Good God. Shout out to Dashwa. This is turning into a masterclass on how to obliterate an entire consumer's base's goodwill. 11 likes on it. I mean, people really agree with that. 1269 Red Jester. Does the price justify the merger, the meager offering so far? Sadly, no. All we got is a couple of new wrestlers and a new arena, yet no new match types. I fear it's time to move on. You know what? That's fair. A lot of people are feeling that way. Positive Productions, another one who's been in here for the long haul. I agree with the price thing. They should have released it as soon as they talked about it, the first pack being released. That's true. Also, I don't like how we have to wait till every Wednesday to hear information about DLC. Me either. That's kind of, you know what? I get it, but come on, guys. It's not necessary. They barely even talk about AEW Fight Forever on AEW TV, so it's weird. It should be every week when we get the little details about what's coming in the next season. That's how I would do it personally. I just hope that if this season something's going on, y'all, where these comments are getting cut off now, and it doesn't give me the option to view more, so I don't know. This one does. Bill Finger 27. I fully expected or hope that something will be free as a token of goodwill considering how bare bones this game is. Pricing season 2, $14, Philippines via Steam, is another argument that proves we are all robbed. Lastly, having only 3 characters in season 2 is insane. Nearly criminal at this point. I agree. And there we have our pinned comment, which means we made it to the end of the comment section. As y'all can see, the WGC is not happy with the state of AEW Fight Forever right now. It's not just the content creators. So guys, we're not being negative. We're just trying to make our voices heard so we can finally get this game jumping in the way we need it to. Personally, all I need them to do is add 1 match to season 2. 1 new match type to season 2, and that'll make this all worth it. Thank y'all for tuning into this video. Don't forget to drop a like on it if you want to see more of these. They take a lot of time, so if y'all don't drop a like on this video, we probably won't do one for a long time again. Bomb Squad, let's get to that.